lucky last box. Number 4. Did I mess anything up? I felt like I knocked something. No? It's fine. Before we do that, what have we gotten so far? We've gotten 3 common Cold Falls, unfortunately, and 1 Warband of Balinar. So, you know, it's alright. Decent. I don't know, you tell me. Majestics though, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 so far. Right, 22 off of 3 is pretty high. Right, because you should be about 18 plus the expansion slot. It's probably about average. I'm curious though, how many... It's 1, 2 expansion slot cards have we gotten exactly? 3, 4, I forgot counting. That'll do. Right, so far, expansion slots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that feels like 1 in 15, doesn't it? Pretty sure they're more common than 1 in 15. 1 in 15 is the weighted average once you factor in all the other cards, right? Well, when I say all other cards, the legendaries and then the reprints and the... Well, I don't even know if the lore cards versus the normal playable cards have different odds, because looking at that, right... I mean, technically, I think these all count as lore cards, right? As long as they have the text. So, you know, it's about even, so that's fine. 3 to 5. Yeah, curious, right? Again, they should work out. So, in 8 boxes roughly, right? You should get 12 expansion slot Majestics and 46 inset Majestics, so to speak. Of course, duplicates are a thing. But generally speaking, right, every 8 boxes is a complete set. So it should balance out in the actual market is the main takeaway from that, I think. So yeah, curious to see. I, in all honesty, hope they do more with it. Again, I would like to see a larger selection of the set, similar to Dust Till Dawn, right? And not just Majestics, but cards across the board. Similar to Dust Till Dawn, the number of cards we get for the expansion slot, and then rein in the sets. I think 250 is a bit on the extreme side for this set, right? With what you get and, you know, looking for certain things and what copies you need and all that. I think, again, if they rein it in, you can create a much better draftable feel, right? Where, depending on the classes you pick, right? Or the heroes you print, I should say, you can essentially make a lot more things feasible. Because right now, for Dash, obviously you want items. For Tekla, you want Evos. For everyone, you kind of want Boost, but at the same time, you need Boost, you don't need Boost. You've got Scrap if you don't run Boost, but then if you get Scrap and Boost, you probably want to run Boost because it, you know, cuts out the middleman. And there's just, yeah, there's so many mechanisms going on that they mesh well. They mesh great, I would say, actually, and Class Constructed and the different lines you can take. But it does make a mixed bag, right, for the draft, for the limited setup, I should say. Okay, rare, foil, junk. Pretty straightforward. Right, we're not going to go through all the cards. They are gorgeous. I just don't need any more of them because you just get so many commons. Which is good. Again, curating boxes for limited play is fantastic. Right, incentivizing people not to have to buy boxes is good. Turn to secondary market is beneficial for them, but you know it's a dynamic that will take time to actually sink in. War Machine, great M, I'm pretty sure. Right, oh, better M. Is Phantom Tide more great? If it was in Old Prism, it would be fantastic, right? With all the spectral shields that you can then use to soak up ward, right, rather than getting this destroyed. Can you get it off, or can you get it functional in Dromai? I don't know. I think in Old Prism, Living Legend, that card's just a huge power advantage for Prism, right? Because not only can you now swing with it, it gets bigger. Yeah, it gets bigger per spectral shield that gets destroyed. So you just create a ton, they soak everything up, they protect that from being destroyed. It's just a fun time all around, swarming your opponent. Speaking of Living Legend, how do you think that's going to go? Right? Is it gonna just be Prism dominated? I'd be curious, right? If Frost is enough to stall Prism, I'm pretty sure Prism is just going to dominate. It is just so advantageous to have so many things that can swing. I mean, the big thing isn't really Old Prism. I mean, Old Prism is great, right? But Luminaris is the big, just, yeah, you win more card for Prism, for Illusionists in general. Right, but it's light. Would it go good with new Prism? Thinking about it. Maybe. I'd have to look into it more. You tell me, right? Luminaris, if Luminaris wasn't banned, if none of the weapons were banned, right? How much do you think the meta would shift? Because obviously Rosetta Thorn did great deals of damage. So the fact that it's gone with Briar is sad for every Runeblade. But Luminaris, right? Be very interested to see, you know, how much of the wins of old Prism come from Luminaris versus just the hero ability. Steam Canister, but another Steel Song, right? Definitely want max copies of these. It's just going to be tough to get. Nada. Ooh. Paper. Very easy to tear into, as I'm learning. Ooh, 2 rares. Done. 0 to 50. 0 to 50 is the weaker one, right? That you don't want to run because it doesn't have any of the good breakpoints. So even the red is 3 damage versus, you know, 0 to 60 is 4, right? So you try and bait 2 cards to block. All right, nada in this pack. Still no adult heroes as well, right? Which is a big thing. Because again, people are rightfully, I want to say, sort of upset that they're not easily pullable. And there's no sense in not making them easily pullable, right? Their value's not going to hold. There's our Cold Fall. It is a rare. It is a rinse and repeat, right? How do you feel? All of the Professor's cards, basically, except for the one fun UPF card, are not new, right? Well, they're technically new. And technically, these are all reprints, right? A lot of cards are just reprints here in Bright Lights because they came out in the Professor first. Sorry, I am still jaded on that, right? Just how disappointed. The 100 new cards, the whole gimmick. You can't... What would have there been... That was bad, right? You can tell how frustrated I am. Would there have been any issue if they had just gone with over 50 new cards? No, but they had to go for 100, right? 100 cards in a 107 card set. God. Disappointing. Especially for Melody. Right? Reverence and Ira got love. Benji got love through Ira. And then just the Professor is basically just mech from... It's just a mech blitz deck from Bright Lights, which is fine. Would like to see more cards centered for UPF. And then, obviously, Melody is just... awful. Awful. I was hoping for stuff to revolutionize play, but nothing is impactful. Nothing is impactful from that for Final Act. Terminate Tank. Done. Halfway-ish. And sizable amount of bulk. Well, we are getting a lot of Evo M's at this point. It's good. Intoxicating Shot, that's another curious one. Right? Because again, it's just a double bluff, is it not? You use it, and your opponent just thinks, oh yeah, they're baiting me into attack because they have traps. So do I, don't I? Right? Do I just wait because now I have upside? Is go again. But okay, if this was Courage and Vigor, I think would have been better. Right? The one resource and then the bonus attack. Because then they can't string something together. Because now you have one trap for this. Intoxicating Shot, you lay your trap for their first attack. But then they have Go Again anyway. I think Go Again was a misstep on that card. And I think it should have been Vigor and Courage. Or Vigor and Might. Outpace, foil, another. Come on, give me an adult hero. Right? Just one of them. Max, preferably, because I think that would be the only class constructed deck I would actually want to build and maybe try and take somewhere. Nada. And again, we'll talk about the tokens, why not, right? There are 3 heroes, 3 weapons, 4 pieces of equipment, Hyperdriver, Quicken, anything else? Right, so that's 6, 10, 12. 12 different tokens. So and 2 slots as well, so halve it. Right, so 6 unique tokens to find across your little table. But then to have enough for everyone, I still think they could have gotten away with including the adult heroes as tokens. And there's no reason not to. Unless you were going to give special versions, which they've not. Right? Yeah, and they should be accessible because they're the core play pieces. And doing this is understandable. but there should be a better way to then flood the market with them, right? Even if, like blitz decks or around the table, they came with switch outs. I think, yeah, actually that's a decent concept, right? So imagine if around the table you get your blitz decks, then you also get a small little like 5-card packet or something like that, right? That is an adult hero. So for Ira, you get, I guess, adult Katsu, right? Does it really mesh? Eh. For Teklo, Professor Teklo, you get normal Teklo. For Melody, there's no one, I guess, Reverend, adult, Bravo, right? To then say, you've got your around the table, now you can step it up and make Class Constructed a thing, right? And just ways to make it easy for them to then go forward with their play. To build upon your product, right? I think is a great thing that you could do, and I'd like to see more products that have interconnective play. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. TikTok clock, again, waste of a card. It's just it's okay. Easier ways to accomplish things from it. Destroy items is very niche, and it would have been cool as a big payoff. Moonshot, similar. Right, but I don't think we've talked about Moonshot. So Moonshot is plays only if you've boosted, so you have to have swing, right? And then you get to destroy hyperdrivers half of the cost, right? So you pay 6 to get 3 to proc its effect, right? Because 2 is only 9. So you have to be paying 6. You've already lost 1 card, so you have to run 2 blues or have stuff in your arsenal. Yes, I understand getting resources off the hyperdrivers, right? I don't like to count that because, again, it's a bit uneven. Because then what if you destroy the hyperdrivers? I don't know. I understand what they're going for. Is slightly. I think the easiest thing they could have done is just put this to, instead of 10, put it to 9. Right? So then you're looking to pay 4. Because 12 with overpower is not that substantial. Again, the whole thing that really screams to me is there are easier ways to get a similar level of payoff. And that just means that the card is not that great. But I might be wrong, right? Moonshot, max to the moon. Who knows? 2 rares. Nada. Alright, last handful of packs. Can we find anything at all? Right, give me a Marvel. I think they were, what, like 1 in 2 cases? So, you never know. But it's looking somewhat doubtful. Lucky last packs. What do we get? Nada. 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 Alright. It's not foreboding well. Come on. End it strong. We get... They're not shiny, so nothing. 2 rares. And a scrap prospector. Yeah, it sums it up. Interesting set, right? Definitely more on board with it now that, you know, I know what's in it. Had some play with the classes, but you know, mech's not my true cup of tea. Anything else to add? No, not really. Hope you enjoyed. We'll probably do maybe another case, I think. Right? But then leave it at that for the set. So yeah.